Yo, we back. And we back.
Happy new episode.
Happy new episode day. This is a real fun day for us. Honestly, Mondays will be lit, low key for me.
Mondays do be lit.
I do dashboard checking all Monday like we brand new.
What does that mean? Oh.
Yeah. Y'all, I just want y'all to know I still be acting like we brand new out here, man. That's how much I love this shit. Yeah. This shit feel like day one.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I love it.
Got a little trivia for us today?
I do. You know what time it is. Did you know?
Wow.
The Chicago Central Station branch was built in 1893. And at that time, it was the largest train shed in the world.
Wow.
Yeah, at that time, 140 by 610 feet, y'all.
Damn.
Yes.
You also don't know what trivia means.
That is trivia. Oh, you think it's gonna be a question? Well, nigga, I asked y'all if y'all knew. Answer the question.
Wow.
Did you know? Yes, true or false?
I didn't.
True or false? You
True or
didn't.
false?
You didn't know that? Okay.
Yes
Well, here,
or no?
this you.
Wow.
That's you.
I
Okay.
didn't know there was a wrong answer.
That way it is. False is wrong.
False is wrong. This is the dumbest shit ever.
Hey, that's because your boy is tipsy. Had that whizzine. 77 flavors of Chicago. Let's get it. Y'all, that's not the intro.
Dario is direct.
No. I'm gonna keep that bad boy in.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hey, fuck it. You know what I mean? Y'all just vibe out.
Most people skip it anyway.
No, I hope y'all was freestyling.
Just rapping to it.
Hope y'all was rapping. It's Monday in the morning and I'm listening to the 77 flavors of that Chi-Town shit. Y'all know what it is. They be lit 24/7. They do this. That's my bit. Hey, ooh, that's
Okay.
a
that was mediocre.
That was mad. That was mid as fuck.
Don't play the other intro. It's enough.
No, it's not.
Let's move on.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
All right. Happy day.
If y'all don't know who we are, I'm Dario.
Welcome.
I'm Dario.
I'm Sarah.
There you go. Because we said that in the intro. Damn, y'all, that's a wild opening. This is a first. That's a first.
Yeah.
That's a first. Yeah, y'all didn't get no words on the intro.
Yeah.
But y'all got that.
You know, at least we don't have like 10 minutes of ads in the beginning.
That's very true.
There's a podcast I listen to. They literally have 5 minutes of ads in the beginning.
That show do. I had to skip like.
I'm like, what do we do? I get your money, but damn.
I'm trying to get that money.
Yeah, for real. But y'all, if you want to advertise on this podcast,
for real,
go ahead and hit us up at media at 77 Flavors Shy.
Yeah.
We can get you a nice little package.
We get you that nice little. Man, look, I feel a little off. I didn't have that little intro.
It's fine.
It's
get
good?
over it.
All
Yeah,
right,
get
we
over
good.
it.
All right.
Let's move on.
Well, how you doing?
I'm good.
What was the best part of your week?
Ooh, this week was rough, low key. But the best part of my week was
rough.
It was because of the events.
Oh yeah, y'all.
I'm not gonna talk about it because I feel like sometimes people listen to podcasts to escape the real life. So let's not talk about it. But the best part of my week was we had our friends over for brunch, and I made a ton of food that was really good. I would say, and they're about to have a baby, so this is like our last time hanging out before they have a baby because their due date is coming up soon. So. We had a wonderful
I'm excited.
time.
This is our little last. We kind of wanted this to be our last meeting before they had the baby.
Yeah.
Obviously, we gonna still kick it with them. Obviously, with the baby.
But the first few weeks of having a baby are always rough. And
we might not see him for like another month and a half.
Yeah,
you know what I mean because of the kid. You know what I mean? So,
but I can't wait to meet that baby.
Oh, I can't wait either. That's dope.
I bet it's gonna be cute ass baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, cute ass baby.
You know what I'm saying? Like we got a Persian and a
white. I don't know. She's white.
Sorry, Taylor. Sorry.
Only Matt listens to the podcast.
Yeah. Well, Matt can tell her. He'll tell her.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking. Best part of my week.
What was the best part of your? I mean, we just finished the ha. It was the tail end of it. So
I need you to be flawless with it. You know what I mean? Like,
okay. Well, I would say flawless would be if you played the intro, but that's.
Oh wow!
I would say you can't demand flawless if you can't even do the intro.
That wine kicked in, boy. Your boy is different right now.
Boy.
So the best part of my week is actually I did a DNA test. We started DNA testing, and Sarah and I, and so we don't have no results yet of that. But when we went to Ancestry.com, right?
Yeah.
And when you do that,
sold our soul.
Yeah, right. Yeah. They already had it anyway, clearly. Yeah. But when you do when you do that, you could build your family tree and like kind of wormhole that way before you get the DNA test to like, solidify more information, right?
Yeah.
So I started doing wormholing on my family, right, y'all? And I found out, you know what they say about black people, how it's hard to trace those back. It's like shit be all wild. Y'all, I read about it in books, and I know the history, and I've done a lot of research. When you do it in your own family, you realize that they've changed your family's last name on my mom's side. They changed the last name of that family
like a bunch of
several times. There are literally 4 different spellings.
That's crazy.
Of my family's name. And then I looked at my great granddad's death certificate because I found that, right? I looked at that, and the part that made me kind of realize this shit is much bigger than we think, right? And y'all probably like, yo, what are you talking about, man? But like, this is, you realize the shit is crazier than what it is when it happens to you, right? And that's just how life is.
Yeah.
His death certificate in his mom's they said, what was his mom's name? His mom's name was there, but there was a question mark on the last name.
That's wild.
This man died and did not know his mom's last name. That it's crazy when you see it in real life. You know this happens. Yeah. We know this happens. Like I'm not like naive and like this is no new information, but it happened. I'm looking at it happen to my family, and so that's been the most interesting thing.
Because like most likely his mom was a slave, right?
Well, right.
Great grandfather. His mom.
Yeah, his mom had to be a slave because I found out he worked on a cotton farm and got paid for that. Paid in quotes, y'all. He got paid for it because he was free at that time. But he got paid for, working on a cotton farm as a farmer. They listed him as a farmer.
Right.
And his occupation was a cotton farmer. And I actually, the crazy part is, here's the wildest part about that. I actually have the address where he worked.
That's wild.
That is wild. So, man, that's been crazy. You know what I mean? I was on the phone with my sister all day, and we were talking about it in the morning. We were just talking about like what I found because she had done it before me and didn't find out the information I found, and so we are in the middle of possibly a life-changing moments here, right?
It's wild. There's obviously like mixed opinions about doing these DNA tests because like some people are like, oh, they're just like gathering data and you're like willingly giving them that information, and then some people are like, it's about to be World War III. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm on that side.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah, and I think for me, they already have the information for one.
But your actual DNA.
Yeah, right. That DNA is given it. Yeah, and I know people don't want to do that, but like at the end of the thing, I whatever, man.
Whatever. They know everything about our life.
I care more about my family than anything, and it was like eye opening to see he couldn't even spell his own name. That's from crazy. What I'm assuming, he didn't even know his last name. So I don't know. That's the most interesting thing, and it kind of ties in today's episode.
Okay.
To today's episode. I will explain as we go. Y'all probably saw the title. Y'all probably like, what the Black Ellis Island? Huh? I'm gonna tell you what's going on. We talk about the Central Station, right? Chicago branch.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it, man, because the trivia question, that was pretty dope. The Chicago Central Station, part of the Illinois Central Railroad, is interesting. And this is very timely. I did not plan this with my Ancestry.com, but I will tie it all together. Let's get into it, y'all.
Okay.
The Chicago Central Station branch opened in April of 1893 to be ready for the World's Fair. Do y'all know when the World's Fair opened? It opened the following month, May 1st. We talked about May Day. Mm-hmm. That's been go back a few episodes. And if you just catching up, we talked about why May Day is called May Day.
Also, if you're ever interested in a topic that you think we might have covered, you can search 77 Flavors of Chicago and then the topic and a keyword, and then it'll bring up the episode that's in it.
That's
because we put description in the episode body to talk about like what the episode is
There was only one episode that I didn't do that where I said y'all don't read. one person called us out and she was like, I read it. So that was only one time.
Yeah, it's keywords for searching. So like same thing on YouTube. Like if you do watch our YouTube, you can just search 77 Flavors Chicago and then a keyword, and the episode will probably come up.
Yeah, that's a fact. And
there's a bunch of them.
There's a bunch, 136. I want to say.
Yeah.
Episodes. Speaking of 130. This year was the 130th anniversary of the Columbian Exposition here in Chicago. So shout out to that. But this train station opened in 1893, right in time. It was for the World's Fair to kind of handle the influx of people. We know there was almost 2 million people came through.
That's crazy.
I could be completely wrong. I forgot about that number. But the Illinois Central Railroad actually controlled that station, right? Mm-hmm. They controlled that. Many trains, and I'm not going to elaborate on how many trains went through it. However, I will say that this was of course, it's called Central Station because this was central in America. A lot of southern trains, and actually a New York train came through here. Also, I believe, and y'all probably like, bro, you had time to fact check this, but sometimes this information is hard to find. Yeah. So I always say I believe because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm a man about it, but it's hard to find some of this truthful information. But you can put shit together, right? Remember we talked about, if you all don't know, go back to the episode we talked about the near South Side, and we talked about the other Chicago World's Fair. Mm-hmm. This was also the train station that Zephyr came from Colorado all the way to Chicago and made it on time for the World's Fair. Oh. That World's Fair in 1933.
Yeah.
So pretty dope.
That is pretty dope. Yeah. I actually just looked up the number of attendees of the World Fair. So between May 1st and October 30th of 1893, approximately 25.8 million people attended.
I was off. Fair. What?
Some visitors were counted twice, so the total figure is sometimes reported as 27 or 28 million, but it is closer to 25.8 million.
Okay, damn.
21.5 million paid admissions, and then the rest were free.
Influencers.
Yeah, the influencers at the time.
Influencers came through.
There's about 4 million of them.
I was off by just 20 million. That's all good.
Just like 23 million.
A smooth 23 million. Now, here's the thing about all those train stations, because so a lot of train stations came through this stop right here in Chicago. We all know Chicago was a lot of
train stations.
I mean trains. I'm sorry, a lot of train companies and things like that. Even the South Shore Line. We talked about that at the in the Hagwitch episode, but not the Hagwitch episode, but the northernmost tip.
Oh yeah,
southernmost tip episode. Talked about it there, but the southern line, it caught the other line and it connected too. So this station was very important. Eventually, Amtrak, and here's another fun fact, did not know, Amtrak started again. May 1st, 1971. May Day is kind of a big deal.
Is that recent?
Yeah, right.
I don't know why I thought it was older.
I did too. But Amtrak.
The cars feel older.
For real, they be rickety and shit.
They be rickety as hell.
Did you know you can get to from Chicago to Toronto in 5 hours on Amtrak?
Yeah, I used to take the Amtrak all the time.
I did not know that. But eventually, Amtrak started when it started in May 1st, 1971. They actually rerouted most of the lines. So they started, and most of the lines kind of rerouted to Union Station.
Oh wow!
Yeah, which Union Station had been going already at that time. They've been going for a while now, a few decades. And when Amtrak came, they kind of consolidated a lot of the stuff. And these trains went from Florida to New Orleans, Mississippi, so on and so forth, and to the East Coast, New York. And so it kind of hurt the Central Station here in Chicago. And again, I should probably say this at the top, but the Central Station was located right at Grant Park, the southwesternmost tip of Grant Park, which is right over there by Roosevelt and Indiana, 18th Street, close to Prairie Avenue, right?
Right.
So in the south, in the near South Side, South Loop area. That's where this station was located, just to give you all a frame of reference. Now, the reason why I bring that up in 71 when Amtrak came through, that was the end of the station in 72.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that basically ended the station in 72.
What happened to the building?
It was demolished. Good question. Good question. No. Yeah. It was demolished 2 years later in 1973.
That's trash.
It is trash. However, I've misled you all. This is not what this episode is about.
Oh.
Let's tell you what happened with this, why I'm bringing up the Central Station, right? Here's the true story that I want to tell about the Central Station. Mm-hmm. This was integral to Chicago's black population.
Okay.
And here's why. This station is where the 600,000 plus black folks from the Great Migration
came through.
Oh,
wow.
They came through here from that 1914-16 time all the way through the 70s, right when it closed.
Wow.
Right when it closed. That was the station that they got off. This was, and if you don't know, Chicago was known as the promised land to a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
You got to think about, we can mix up, and you can go back to, check out, y'all, if you're new to the podcast, if you don't know, if you want more information, check out any episode that has Bronzeville in it or Black Metropolis. You can search those two to kind of find out, or Great Migration, the Great Northern Migration, what we're talking about here, if you don't know, right? But most people do know that black people came up here from Mississippi, and it was important because when you think about the Pullman Porters, who we talk about a lot.
Did the Pullman trains then come through that station?
I would think so.
Yeah.
You mean, and again, information that we can't confirm, but if this was Central Station, Pullman cars were everywhere. Right, that was the big deal. So they had to come through here, right? And especially if they come into Chicago, the promised land, you got to come through here, right? So they came through Chicago, and this is how Chicago's black population, this was their first thing that they saw. Wow. Here's the cool part about if you go down there, y'all. There is a plaque commemorating all of this. 2 plaques that I want to talk about. There's a plaque talking about this and how this is very important. They call it, this section is called Fragments of the Central Station. And to your point, your question, when you said, so what happened with it? There are still 2 pieces of brick from the original building there that were moved. Here's the cool part. They were moved by, I believe, again, can't confirm. A lot of this stuff you see when you kind of do this research, it's because stuff wasn't dated like it should have been and like kept and upheld. But rumor has it that an employee took the bricks to save and preserve and moved them away from the demolition area and moved them to one site. So when it was found necessarily, and when they look at the remnants, if you go in the area where these plaques are and where these bricks are, pieces of remnants, that's not where the building was.
Right.
It's across the street from where it is because it was moved. But Chicago kept it there because they were like, hey,
part of the story.
It's part of the story. And what they did was made art out of it, right? Wow. So they made art out of that. And
I'm just like looking at pictures of the Central Station. It is a really nice station.
Gorgeous. It was a 9-story clock tower that was just gorgeous there, right? Now here's more about.
There's an archway. Why would they demo that?
Right. Well, here's more, and here's the crazy part about it. It actually that took the place of that Central Station took the place of Grand Central Station, not to be confused. Took the place of Grand Central Station, which was where the Millennium Park Station is.
What?
Yeah, y'all. This is it's deeper in rap, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Now here's another cool thing. The second plaque that's over there commemorates the fact that blues came to Chicago on this route.
Wow.
It is called the Blues Trail from Mississippi to Chicago. There's a plaque right there talking about how Muddy Waters became the king of blues, and they blended the 2 styles. And this is where black folks came in.
That's crazy.
Y'all, this is fantastic. Do you know what they call the area?
What?
The Black Ellis Island. Y'all.
Wow.
You need to go down there. It's so dope to check out. Sarah and I, we saw it. It's fantastic. It is, well, I saw it. Just keep Sarah out of it. It's out of the loop. But when she did see it, it was dope. But man, such a great story. And this is like hidden. It's like a gem in plain sight, right?
Yeah.
Where black folks kind of like thrive. And if you ever, I wonder, and the reason why this was like such an important episode to me is what I said at the top of the show.
Because you're black.
Yeah. My family is black. And when you think about it, my family came through on this train.
Right.
That's how we got hit. That's how Dario got to Chicago.
Your grandmother.
My grandmama, my granddaddy, we found out they were born in Arkansas. I mean, so the records say they were born in Arkansas. On my dad's side, my mom was born, his mom, my grandma was born in Mississippi. My great granddad's on my mom's side, he was born in Arkansas. His wife, Leslie, she was born in Mississippi, and where they were born at was literally across the river. I'm talking minutes away from each other. That's like crazy. Minutes away from the Mississippi River.
I wonder if they met here or they traveled
met down
together.
There.
Oh, yeah.
No, they met down there. They met down there because that's where the records show all the kids are born.
Gotcha.
So all their kids were born down there. Even my grandmama. My grandmama was born down there, and I knew that.
Right, because your mom is the first person to be born in Chicago from that family.
Yeah, my mom was the first one in that family to be born up here, and
right, because your grandmother is the one that moved.
Yep.
In the 60s.
Yeah.
Between like 50s to 60s.
So this all kind of ties together.
That is a really cool tie.
Yeah, it is a cool tie, and now I have so much different feelings about like being in that spot because that's where most of black folks in Chicago.
Right.
If you're black in Chicago, it's like a 95% chance that you came from the South, right?
Yeah.
Another fun fact, Chicago had the most black folks come to the city than anywhere else in the country.
Right.
From Mississippi. Wow. Unbelievable, y'all. Like, so it's just good to know y'all history, man. Next time y'all walking around these parks and that shit that look nice and clean, y'all just read these plaques, man.
I wish they made the plaques like red instead of like rust brown.
Hey,
so
look.
that like they're visible. Because you
people don't
miss
read
them.
Yeah, people don't read.
They're either green or brown.
Or bronze or black.
Or bronze.
Yeah.
Like you just miss them.
You do. There's another plaque. We were in shout out to Open House Weekend. It was fun. But we were over by Florence Hotel.
Right.
Hotel Florence. And
there was a ton of plaques around that area.
And what's crazy is we had been there several times and I didn't even see the plaque.
A million times.
Yeah. Didn't even see the one plaque where
seeing the inside of that hotel was mind blowing.
Yeah. I mean, the inside of the hotel. If y'all didn't see the inside of the hotel, you're missing out, man. Not just that, but the other buildings in the city. It's just fantastic. That's why we do it. But I hope y'all learned something. This one has a super special meaning because of the timing.
Yeah.
For me, again, this wasn't planned. This was just I was doing research and
then
all.
What it was.
Yeah, right. But loved it.
Yeah. Let's talk about food.
Let's talk about food. Let's cleanse our palate. We'll be right back.
Hopefully Dario will play the correct.
I was about to say, should I play the intro right now?
No, you should not.
Okay, all right, I won't. We'll see y'all after the break.
Hey.
Yay. Hey.
Welcome back. Thanks for sitting through that one break. That one ad.
Feel good to one break it up.
Yeah, one break it up. All right, so this week we ate at a cute little neighborhood Italian restaurant. We haven't done Italian in a while. We haven't done Italian since before we went to Italy.
Yeah.
I feel like. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But we went to Sapori Trattoria.
Yeah, buddy.
Which is on Halsted in Lakeview. And it was the cutest little restaurant. Here's the thing. You walk in. It's like first of all, it's like a homemade pasta vibe, right? Yeah. You walk in. It's dimly lit. And it looks like a small room.
Yeah.
There's some booths on the right and a few tables and a bar in the back. And then you are walked, our table was in the back. So they walk us past all of that to a second room in the back. And it's a tiny, tiny little room with 5 tables in it, but 5 tables you're sitting intimately. Right.
But it felt kind of spacey though.
Yeah.
She said, depending on your level of intimacy.
I was good. You were kind of
well, my head was against the little counter.
Yeah.
And it was, now here's the thing. Not a bad thing, y'all. Because after you've been drinking.
It's not a great thing.
No.
It was.
After you've been drinking, you need something to rest your head on.
Damn.
My head was on the pass. No, I was playing.
On the pass.
You know
what pass?
You know where they put the food at. Ain't that what the chefs call it? I watch enough the pass. Am I wrong?
You're definitely not thinking of the right restaurant.
I mean, ain't that where people put the food?
Yeah, but where we were sitting, there was no pass.
It was a chef. A shelf.
No, there wasn't. We were sitting in a room where you were sitting.
It was like a pass. We could watch the dude make the food. Okay.
You're definitely thinking of the other Italian restaurant that we went to this week. I'm talking about the one in Lakeview.
Oh.
Oh, what is happening?
Hey, let me run it back. Yeah. Oh, your boy was in there claustrophobic.
Are you drunk right now?
No. Man, look, we done been to too many. My bad. Well, this is a first. This is a first.
My goodness.
Shit, my bad. My bad.
Yeah.
Well, it shit happens. We go to a lot of places.
Yes.
I completely forgot.
You did. But that's all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that room was like, a little tight.
It was not a little. It was very tight.
Okay, there we go. That's why I was like, what are you talking about? You were the one that was squished.
Yeah, you're right. Damn.
Yeah. It definitely gives an intimate. But here's the thing. It definitely reminds us of restaurants that we been to in Rome, where it's like tight, exposed brick, and you're just like having great homemade pasta.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's definitely that vibe. But
I got a shout out real quick. I just thought about it because we wine in Italy. We met a dude at an event tonight. He was cool. He was shout out to Scott from Hawthorne.
Oh yeah, shout out to Scott.
Shout out to Scott, man. I said I was gonna do it, and this feel like a perfect time. If you've been listening to Scott for your name, here it is.
Here's Dario's drunk after the event.
Hey, look, and we was turning up, man. I hope you go to Maple and Nash, and if you go, man. Tell us what you think, man.
I feel like this could have been an email directly to Scott.
No, this is my email.
No one knows what you're talking about.
This is my voice note.
Anyway, so here's what we had. We started with some drinks. Dario had an old fashioned.
Oh, y'all know. I don't know if y'all really know if I really like old fashioned like that. If you knew, I fuck with old fashions heavy.
Yeah.
I've had so many different versions of old fashions.
Yeah, you have. And around the world.
Literally.
Yeah,
literally around the world. I don't know which one is better. The one I had in Italy, several that I had in Italy. Although the Aperol Spritz was getting your boy.
Yeah, you were fucking them up.
I was fucking up Aperol Spritz, bro. I don't know what happened to me. But the one time we did have it was at night. Remember?
Your name was Daria in Italy.
Your boy, I was pinky out, crossing my legs. It was a problem. It was a whole problem.
It wasn't a problem.
No, it wasn't a problem, but I was a problem.
you were the problem.
Anyway, this old fashioned here was fantastic, though.
It was really good.
I mean,
I don't know.
No, it was good. It was very good. It was smooth. So I got a different.
The server recommended the specific whiskey that should go with it. So there's a list of whiskeys that you can pick from, and Dario was like, "What do you recommend?" And so he picked the whiskey for you, and you liked it.
It was a whiskey I never had. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name, y'all. But it was a whiskey I never had. It was smooth.
Yeah,
very smooth for an old fashioned. Because I kind of like my old fashions to have a little bit of little kickback to it. You know what I mean?
A little smack.
Because I feel like when I drink old fashioned, this gotta.
You gotta feel like.
Y'all, this is toxic as fuck. Okay,
it is. Everything you say.
No. This is toxic. I gotta feel like I want to feel like I'm in an old saloon. Even though black people wouldn't be in a saloon like that.
Also, they drink.
They drink moonshine and shit like that. But they drinking the hard shit is what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel like you're
trying to feel.
I'm trying to feel like I'm about to start a bar fight, or like we just talking
disturbing.
Over. Yeah, maybe that's.
You would never start a bar fight.
I finished that motherfucker though. Promise you
that.
Okay, look,
but you would never initiate a bar fight.
I know I wouldn't. I definitely would finish. Yeah. I just want to establish that. I want you keep bringing.
No one cares.
Okay, all right. Just in case this motherfucking freaking Froley out there.
They all know what you look like.
Oh, I thought, boy, I don't know why I took it like I was weak.
What do you mean?
I was about to be like, what?
You have a 75-inch wingspan.
Hey, got that reach on your
wing.
No, you said you kind of combined them.
Yeah.
That's it. I can slap
that's
you
enough.
from my seat.
That's enough.
Okay. Not you.
Wow. You did though.
Not what? Wait, don't say that on the podcast. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Don't get me fucked up on where it is the street. I like
Let's
to
talk
report
about what we ate,
domestic
y'all.
violence on the podcast.
Oh my god. Anyway, we got the meatballs, which are marinara, ricotta, and basil. They're like 3 good-sized meatballs, and just every time, like just grow up.
I'm talking about how good the meatballs were. That's what she said. Oh.
Finally, I remember where the button is.
That's how that feel when it get hit on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why was that so perfect time?
Because I don't know.
Okay.
What did you think of the meatballs?
I thought they were good.
You smacked the meatballs.
Look, pause.
And the sauce.
I did. So here's what I think about them. So they didn't have a lot of the sauce on them. You know how sometimes like meatballs.
Right. They were like sitting on the sauce.
Right. Yeah. Which was okay with me. I mean, you get a spoon, you could put it over it, and once you do that, game changer. These were dense meatballs, y'all. Yeah. They were a little bit more dense than I'm used to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't even want to say I would like, because I did like these, you know what I'm saying? But they were a little bit more dense. So if you like, usually when you get like Italian meatballs like that, like it kind of like falls apart. As soon as you cut it, they like kind of fall apart a little bit.
Different technique.
Yeah, different technique. And that's what I'm saying. I loved it. It was very different to have the sauce like kind of like more on the plate than on the meatballs, but it worked, man. And they were so good. They're very sizable. You know what I'm saying? Like so they're only 3. Yeah. And it's typical. If you ever had meatballs, y'all know you ain't getting like 6, 7 meatballs on a plate. You might get one. Right. One gigantic ball. You know?
Yeah.
But that's all you can handle. You know what I'm saying?
Just one big ball.
But this one you get 3.
Yeah.
Bonus ball.
Yeah. Bonus ball. We also got the burrata platter, which had grilled bread, prosciutto, roasted tomato relish, garlic spread, and pickled peppers. I would say those 2 spreads, the roasted tomato and the garlic spread, were so good. Yeah. And I combined them, so like I would put both on the little piece of bread, and the cheese ball was large that you could like.
I didn't really like the red one.
Well,
I mean, this is my opinion. Let's have a conversation about it. Yeah, I didn't. You're about to cancel your boy. God damn. I didn't like it.
You just like love shitting on things that I like.
No, I didn't. I didn't say I didn't like it. It was just wasn't my favorite.
Said I didn't like
it. It wasn't like my favorite. I did not.
And that's fine.
Okay, that's what we have the conversation.
It's fine.
Okay. Wow, what the fuck is going on? Shit, I had to pause for a second. Hold on.
No.
Wait a minute.
That's all right. I liked it a lot. You like the hot, like pickled peppers though, right? Like almost like a giardiniera.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, those were good, and the prosciutto was good.
Motherfuckers probably listen to this podcast like, damn, do they really love each other? Like,
we do.
This is real. See, this is why we don't edit shit. We want y'all to. This is real stuff, man. This is really us. Y'all don't be see. I'll be tickling her during this episode.
I know it's so annoying because I'm super ticklish.
Yeah,
and you like.
During to me, it's I just like the reaction. I don't know. I just like the reaction.
Yeah, because you're childish.
You cute when you do it.
Stop it. Stop it.
All I gotta say is, look, hey, watch this, y'all. Watch this, y'all.
No.
You know what I'm about to say. Look at she laughing already. Your eyelashes going crazy.
Yeah, I know they are. they decent. Yeah. All right. The next.
That's how your boy get out of any jam.
It. No. See, now I don't want to take this compliment.
You gonna take it though.
Wow.
Damn, I mean, not in an aggressive way, y'all. I don't want you. This should be coming out different. Anyway, continue.
The next thing we had was pasta contadino, okay, which is a shell-shaped pasta with Italian sausage, applewood smoked bacon, caramelized cauliflower, onion, garlic, some greens, and a touch of cream. I loved this one. I know that, like, maybe it wasn't your favorite, but because of the bitter greens in there, but I really liked it a lot. Yeah. The sausage, it was such a good amount of sausage in there that like literally every bite had sausage in it. It was really good. And I love that shape of like I think it's called like orecchiette, like the ear shape.
So here's the thing, which is this is different, right? Initially, I wasn't like the biggest fan of it, right? And you knew that. Like I wasn't big, but it wasn't like bad. I was like, it's just something off. It felt like too greeny. Like the greens came through a little bit too much. Now, I talk about the reheatability the day after because we can't eat all this food in one sitting sometimes. So we had it the second day, and I threw a little bit of salt on there. And when I tell you I smacked that shit.
Yeah. Because it's like, basically cauliflower and broccolini.
It was.
The sauce. So like it's a little like
it's different, y'all.
Yeah,
it's different. Like
I really liked it a lot. And the portion is huge, by the way.
Yeah, I would say if you're a person that's on the fence with food like that,
you have a childish ass palate. You might not like it.
But yes. She right about the you might not like it. Challenge ass palate.
Get it like a rigatoni or something.
I'm right. I mean, look. I mean, if that's your speed, you know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead and do that. But just give you that warning. I will say it did reheat.
It's really good.
It was good. It was great. The next day, I smacked that shit.
Yeah, you did.
Like, I mean, it was easy.
They have a lot of good dishes on here, and it was really hard to choose. And like. They have the pasta stuffed with pumpkin and a burnt butter sauce with butternut squash, sage, and pine nuts. That sounded so good and seasonal. And they have a gnocchi with a chopped chicken. Like there's a ton of options.
I want to say I would never
a carbonara. Like there's so much. I heard the carbonara there is also really good. So I'm excited to like go back and try it. But the next thing we got was the lasagna in a bolognese sauce with fresh mozzarella, provolone, and parmesan and ricotta.
Now this right here,
it was really good.
Yeah, this was some good ass lasagna.
It was really good. Yeah. But the one thing I would say is like my personal preference is the way my mom makes lasagna, because it's super saucy and she does bechamel. She doesn't do ricotta.
Right.
So the filling is like a layer of meat, bechamel pasta. So it comes out really, really saucy and like creamy, and that's just how I like.
Yep.
That's just what I prefer.
Yeah, we know.
But the ricotta filling, stop it.
I'm listening.
The ricotta filling lasagna was also really good.
Yeah.
But that is all.
Okay. I would agree. I don't even want to put your mama's lasagna because y'all let me
just like not making authentic Italian lasagna. Yeah, let me tell you something. Stretch of the word meaning.
Hey, shit. Let me tell you something. I don't care what nationality that lasagna was. Sarah Mama put it down. That was day one.
It was so
y'all.
Good.
She got. I think we said this on the podcast, but if y'all don't know, we said she got off the plane after riding for 13, 14 hours. Yeah. Right. Now mind you, she got home at kind of in the evening. Right.
Yeah, like 5 in the afternoon.
Slept. You know what I mean? Woke up, came over to the crib, making lasagna. Y'all, if y'all know, good lasagna take at least half a day to make. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Make at least half a day. She came over and had lasagna ready to eat the next night. I was like, bro, ain't you sleepy?
No, she fucked it up.
She the most energetic 4'3" person or whatever.
She's 4'10".
Okay, whatever. You know what I mean? Like she small is what I'm trying to say. And she got a lot of damn energy.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy, but for her to make that
closer to hell, so.
Yeah. So I would say I don't want to put that in the category, but this one right here.
Yeah, it was really good.
The only critique is the same critique I got about the meatballs. The sauce, if they put more sauce on top of it, which y'all probably, if there's sauce on top of it, y'all. But I don't know.
You just want more sauce.
It's just the majority of the sauce is on the bottom of the plate, which is fine because when you're scooping up, you're going to get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so you're not missing out on it. I don't know. Just I feel like the taste is different. You taste the lasagna pieces. You're more preference first, you know what I'm saying? And like I kind of like the sauce, the meat sauce first. But other than that, that's a minimal critique, y'all. This is fantastic. It was one of the best lasagnas I done had. You know what I mean? Honestly, the one up in Dunning was fire too, though. Remember Dunning?
Oh yeah, that was a really good one.
That one was probably one of my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, and the one on Milwaukee in Norwood.
Yes.
Yeah, that one. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
No, that's it. The only other thing I would say is they do have like a $25 corkage fee, and as long as the wine is not listed on their wine list, you can bring it in. But yeah, I mean, it's a really cute little romantic date night vibe. Man. If I would
right
say,
on Halstead.
Right on Halstead. The pasta's homemade, ton of options. Yeah, I mean, we had a great time.
Had a fantastic time. I mean, honestly, our waiter was on point, funny. You know, he had energy. Loved it. I always like when you ask a person with recommendation and then
they give you
and you could tell when somebody reading off a script and then when somebody really telling you, hey, I fuck with this one.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and I like that energy a lot. And he had this Man, it was dope.
We had a great time.
Only thing I didn't like was that seat. I feel like that seat is unnecessary. Y'all need to, if you listen to this,
lose the table.
Lose that table. That table, you just got the one less, and you only losing 2 people.
Right.
You ain't losing like a whole bunch of people, so like you ain't losing much. Just because you got to walk by, the staff was having trouble walking by. I had to move forward, several times.
It was just like not a comfortable.
It just wasn't comfortable. That was the only thing, only critique. Other than that, y'all keep doing your thing. I mean, I liked how you walk in, the bar is right there. It's like a bar that you can sit down, but it looked like a table that people eat
at the bar.
Yeah,
too.
But it's like a full table almost. But it's a bar.
Yeah.
And then you can see them making the drinks right adjacent to that. Which is, so the whole, this, I think we said this too when we were there. It was like one of the first places that we done been since we've been to Italy, aside from the one in, over near West Side by DePaul, UIC.
Oh,
That was the second place. This place today was the second place that felt like, it felt like Italy for real. Like and that's crazy to say, but like, it had them vibes.
Like the tiny little hole in the wall.
Yeah,
it's not a hole in the wall, but that's what that room felt like.
Because any one restaurant we walked into Italy felt like a old ass house.
Like it's been there forever.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Like so.
But go check it out.
Yeah.
Support your little
local. Shop local.
Yeah. And if you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and send it to someone you love. Make their day better. Make our day better. The more listens we get, the more money we make. The more we can keep making these episodes. If you did not enjoy this episode, you should still send this to someone. But if you send it to someone you don't like, we don't make money, so don't worry about that.
You said so. It ain't a loss. A loss ain't a loss.
Yeah. But, we'll see you next time.
We sure will.
Sure will.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, thank you so much for listening. We really hope you enjoyed that. Please follow us on all social media at 77 Flavors Shy. And if you have any ideas and things you want to learn about, please email us at media@77flavorsshy.com.
Yeah, and if you could, also head on over to our YouTube channel, same thing, 77 Flavors Shy, and give us a follow, give us a like, and give us a good rating there. Make some comments. Go ahead and subscribe. We love y'all. See you next week.